Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. Oh, when the Spurs go marching in. I want to be in that number when Spurs go marching in. Look, everyone, thank you for being here tonight. Tottenham reaction, Tottenham v Fulham. Sorry, I weren't able to get any Fulham fans because they're running scared and making their way on the train back to West London. Quick one. I just wanted to do a quick phone in. Obviously, I was on the football terrace just a moment ago and Spurs fans, it was quite interesting, different opinions. But the fact of the matter is, Tottenham is top of the league after 9 games. And for me, I watched the game from start to finish. I thought Tottenham was comfortable. I mean, this is the same dusty team that Arsenal struggled to beat at home and ended up drawing with Fulham. I know it's a different point in the season, but Tottenham was comfortable. And I think for me, Madders and Son are forming a partnership a little bit like Kane and Son. I mean, that just shows the quality of Son and it shows the quality of Madders. Madders finds Son to open up the scoring. Son finds Madders and it's 2-0. It's game, set and match. And for me, it was impressive. William huffed and puffed, but really he weren't going to blow down any houses. You know, people have talked about, look, I was surprised to see that Richarlison started. So when we had the formation come out, we had Udogie, Porro, Romero, Van der Ven. Højbjerg came in as the replacement to Basuma. And then Richarlison came in off the left. And I think Richarlison, for whatever people say about him maybe not being a finisher, what you do get from Richarlison, he's a bloody workhorse, mate. He's a workhorse and he's a nuisance. And he was a nuisance for that back line throughout today's game. In fact, I think he's the one who put the pressure on for the first goal. And he was definitely involved in the second goal. And people talk about Tottenham being lucky. In football, you create your own luck. In the game against Liverpool, it's your doggy putting pressure on Jota that made Jota make those silly mistakes. It's the pressure that we put on Fulham's back line. They're trying to play the ball from the back, and they made a mistake. The Nigerian defender, mate, I hope he's not going to AFCON, to be honest with you. No, just kidding. I think he's all right. But he got tested today. Pressure, he's not on it. Comes into our players, straight ball into Son. Son buries or feeds Madders, and Madders buries. And it's game, set and match. Tom Kearney didn't start for Fulham. Crazy, because actually when Tom Kearney came on, that's when Fulham looked like they were going to do more cooking from the midfield. And that's not just a biased opinion. That's just my own personal views. But Tottenham was comfortable. And I think for me, what was quite impressive is the fact that now Postecoglou is the best manager in Premier League history in terms of points achieved after 9 games. The other thing is, which I think is should be quite scary for the rest of the league. People talk about strength in depth, but I have to admit that Postecoglou he just uses bloody common sense, guys. Postecoglou uses common sense football. What do I mean? Well, back in the day when I was running a team, I used to run a little Saturday team. I would start with my strongest lineup. I would use them to get the job done, and then I will make changes. Simple. We don't play games. We don't try and tinker it. Start strong, win the game, and then chillax. That's what Postecoglou is doing with this Tottenham team. The fact that we were able to take off Madders, Son, Udogie came off the pitch after 55, 60 minutes? There's still half an hour to bloody go. But we could afford to do that because in Postecoglou's head, the game is done. Do you get what I'm saying? Game done. Right now, we've got a fresh Madders, we got a fresh Son, we got a fresh Udogie, we got a fresh Pape Sarr for our game against Crystal Palace. Now, I said it before that today's game was a potential banana skin. So big up to you, Arsenal Manic, for showing love and saying well done to Tottenham beating Fulham. Because let's be real, Fulham is no joke. They played some good football, but they got patterned. I think there was one stage, man's are talking about Tottenham having 67% possession of the ball. This is not a joke. We are doing bits right now, so let's respect it. So for me, you know, they talk about the cliche, it was a professional performance. It was a professional performance from Tom. That's why when people were shaking their bums violently that Tottenham got boxed in the Carabao Cup, I was like, good. We didn't give a damn about the Carabao Cup because if we wanted to, we would have patterned Fulham. We would have put them in a spliff the way that we patterned them tonight. It was light work. Light work, and that's the thing where people need to respect my club. Now, I'm not shaking my look. I'm not gonna lie. I'm shaking my bum violently for my club. I'm shaking it violently because we are title challenging. Now, the thing is, I don't understand why people are getting their knickers in the twist. Title challenging doesn't mean winning the league because there seems to be some sort of confusion. Being up there, in and around the top two, top three, with the possibility, the mathematical possibility of winning the league, it's calm. I'm saying Tottenham have a mathematical possibility of winning the league. I'm not saying we are going to win the league, but we're going to be in and around challenging. And if that's all if we pull off an Arsenal, which is we huff and puff and flatter to deceive and finish second or third, is that a good season for Spurs this season, given the rubbish that we went through last season? Of course it is. It's a bloody great season. If someone had told me, do you know what, Didge? Tottenham are going to be second or third this season, I'd have bit in your hand and I would have licked your toes. I swear down, I would have licked your toes. No need to wash your feet. I'd have just licked it anyway. I'm not even going to lie to you. So the fact that we are top of the league after 9 games, man, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to have no Tottenham fan. I'm not going to have any Arsenal cronies come and chat rubbish to me. Tottenham is playing good football and we could be a dark horse. Bigger Arsenal man, what are you saying to me? But Arsenal, are you going after? Of course I'm going for Brandon and Northside. Them men are hiding. Call them out. Brandon, I'll be sending him a WhatsApp. Northside, I'll be sending him a WhatsApp. Mate, just know by Wednesday this week, I am getting on stream with those two brothers. They can't be going hiding because Northside is done me dirty. Do you get me? When he was top of the league, man, he knew where my number was. Now I ain't really seeing him. So don't worry, I'll be getting that brother on here to come and chat and answer for his team's crimes on the weekend. Big up AFC, always showing love. Thank you. So AFC, what are you saying? You're saying Tottenham looking good, but are running around a lot, spending a lot of energy, just like Nuno. I kind of disagree, bro. Under Nuno, we weren't controlling the game. Under Nuno, we didn't have 67% of the ball. What I will say, though, that I saw today and I have been seeing, I don't know. I think Tottenham is wasteful. We waste opportunities. And you're looking at me saying, what do you mean wasteful? Bruv, there were moments where Tottenham looked like Arsenal today. One thing that Arsenal under Arsene Wenger was renowned for, and I'm waiting for Arsenal Manet to confirm this. Arsenal used to get to the final third on the pitch, and instead of bloody shooting the ball, they will just pass it. They will pass. It's almost as if Arsenal wanted to pass the ball into the net. And today, there were moments today. Tottenham had about 2-3 chances just to bury the game, make it 3-0. Game set and done. Put your feet up, get the popcorn out, get the drink out, and just chillax. And we're taking the extra touch. Mans are not shooting. Emerson Royale, he had a moment where he's going to the byline. You're thinking just thread the ball in to Veliz. This brother thinks he thinks his Neymar wants to flip-flap. I mean, what's he and loses the ball and Tottenham under pressure again. So there were those kind of moments where Tottenham need to cut out. We need to be more clinical. We need to be more deadly. Tottenham could have, if we had the spirit, we could have won 5-0 today. Easy. And that's not me gassing it up. Could have won 5-0, but we didn't. We took our foot off the pedal. We took the extra touches. That, for me, is something that Postecoglou needs to iron out. If you've got an opportunity to kill a team, just kill them. Just kill them. Arsenal, man, I don't know what you're talking about. Your doggy again. He patterned that right midfielder, the Jamaican guy. I can't even pronounce his name. He got patterned today. I told you already, from when you're managing Saka and you're managing Salah, it's long for any other right winger in the league. And your doggy showed it. It was long for them. So, Jay Gold, Spurs might win the league. The truth of the matter is, you're probably right. It's a might, though. I'm not saying they will. Maybe. Arsenal fans this time last season, you can check it out on Tony Clo TV. You can check it out on even my man from One Touch. All these cronies were all shaking their bum violently for their club after 8-9 games. That Arsenal was different. They're sourcing, and I kept trying to remind them that you lot were fifth. So why are you shaking your bum? So for me, I'm not shaking my bum because Tottenham's top. I'm shaking my bum because if Arsenal could do it and take Man City to this last 7 games of the season, I'm not going to let you guys tell me that it's not possible, given that Tottenham aren't even in bloody Europe, mate. We're not in Europe. We're just fully focused on the league right now. So let's not get it twisted, peeps. There is the mathematical possibility. Do I think Tottenham's going to win the league this season? No, I don't. I don't. But are we in a title challenge? Well, if you're going to tell me that Liverpool's in there, if you're going to tell me that Arsenal's in there, if you're going to tell me that City's in there, then bloody hell, mate, we're in there. That's just a fact. Don't be stupid and be telling me rubbish. Because right now, we pop. And then people try to chat like we ain't played Liverpool. I had some lady come tell we ain't played Arsenal. Look at Liverpool, look at Arsenal. We played those 2 teams. We've taken 4 points. Respect the team. Do you get me? Fulham. Last season, we bloody lost to bloody Bournemouth, I swear, at home. We were getting boxed by Aston Villa. We were getting boxed by Newcastle. Right now, bring on Newcastle, innit? Bring on those barbarians. And bring on Villa with their claret and blue, West Ham in disguise. Bring them. I've had enough of this dustiness. People chatting rubbish about my club. AFC always, Deji, 29 games left to play, plus you aren't playing in Europe. Bro, that's what I'm saying, AFC. Big up to you. You're an Arsenal fan, but you get it. I don't know why. All you can do is beat what's in front of you, innit? If Tottenham beat Crystal Palace on Friday, legitly, we all have to sit up. Spurs and non-Spurs fans alike have to sit up and go, hold on a minute here. Something not going at this Tottenham team. Something going on. Because 10 games and these men are what? 26 points potentially. That's crazy returns, bro. Crazy. We've only dropped 4 points. 4 points. Someone tried to tell me tried to say on the terrace just a moment ago that in the season that Leicester won the league because all the them like Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham, Man U, we were below par. You know what? I take that argument that we were probably below par. But I would say that this year, the teams are probably more even. Anyone in that top 8 can beat anyone. Brighton is possible, could beat even Villa, bro. Even Villa is capable of beating Liverpool. Even Villa is capable of beating Spurs. Even Villa is capable with the way they're playing of beating Arsenal or Man City. Right now, it's crazy out there. So the fact that Tottenham is doing this with a crazy Man City team, with Arsenal's best team in 20 years, let's just put it on it. Arsenal fans shaking their bum violently because Arsenal fans legitimately believe that their team is challenging for the title. Liverpool being back and we are top, and you don't want to respect that? And we've played Liverpool and City? What dusty league are we watching, guys? Come on, man. Put some respect on it. That's what I'm asking. Put some respect on my club, because let's be real, you would love to be where Tottenham is right now. Right now, you would love to be us. Arsenal, man, what are you saying? The question would be asked of you and your manager, once you face adversity, can you respond? Yeah, bro, look, I take that. But even this adversity question is overhyped. Arsenal, you went through your adversity in the last 7 games of last season. Prior to that, everything was blessed for you, in my opinion. Yeah, you had Jesus, but given how Jesus' performances this season and last season, I would hardly call that adversity. Bro, we lost Harry Kane. What do you call that? What do you call that, bro? We lost Harry Kane. What is the adversity? Is the adversity that James Maddison has to have an injury? Is that what you're talking about? Remember, we got Bentancur to come back, my bro. Bentancur was cooking under that dusty Conte system, bro. What is the adversity you're talking about? We got to get an injury to a centre back. For me, I see it like this. Tottenham just need to get to Jan. Get to Jan, get another defender, get another midfielder, and get another striker. And it's calm. We're going to go through adversity, bro. But adversity could be we lose 2 games. That might be it. Could be we get a couple of injuries here and there. I don't know what people are trying to wish upon. For me, I would love all the teams to have all their players fit. Then we see what's what. But injuries, bad runs is part and parcel of the game. But the one thing that people aren't, why don't we just give credit rather than looking at the adversity? Let's give credit to this Australian guy who's never been in the Prem. He's only been in the Prem 9 games. He won the Scottish League, Japanese League, and Australian League. And he's come into this league and he's found that the Tottenham team he's managing is top of the league. How about we just respect that? We've had bigger managers than this brother, supposedly. Bigger managers, bigger names who ain't achieved that. The most points after 9 games in Premier League history, period. Respect the team, bro. Respect it. Postecoglou is no joke. And for me, if Tottenham get it over the line, I said it, if Tottenham can get it over the line with Fulham and we can get it over the line with Crystal Palace, this guy ain't no clown. And the thing is, when people are chatting about Tottenham like this, he's the only one calm. And he said it. When I hear a manager say, let the Tottenham faithful, let them believe. That's what we're here for. We're here to make you happy so you lot can believe. That's when I'm like, rah, this guy is a different breed. Not Dusty Conte that's telling you, nah, we're at the beginning. This team is dusty. The players are crap. The history is rubbish. None of that crap is coming from Postecoglou. None of that rubbish. He's just dealing with what he's got. That's a manager. Deal with what you got. Make that team work. And it's working. Respect it, man. I've had enough of these dusty people chatting rubbish. So we're not challenging for the title after 9 games. Arsenal 98 team run. Round a 13-point gap against Man U. Yeah. You ruined it. Yeah, you ruined it. Yeah, look. Challenging for the title doesn't mean winning it, bro. Challenging doesn't mean winning. But what it does mean is that we're in and around. Do I think, look, if Tottenham finished 4th, it means we were in and around there. If you're top 4, your Champions League place, you're in and around the top end. Depending on the amount of points, depending on the gap between the top team and the team in 4th, points-wise. But let's say, for hypothetically speaking, Tottenham finish 4th and they lose the league by 6 points. We were in the title challenge. Hey, I'm not here to do a maths thing tonight. I'm not doing maths, but before you tell me my team is not in the title challenge, let's see a 15, 20-point gap. Or, you know what? It doesn't even need to be that high. Let's see a 10-point gap between Tottenham and the team that's top. Right now, when I look at the league table, yeah, it's my team top. So relax yourself. So we're in there. You can't tell me that we're not. Arsenal, mate, why are you pissed off with the players? You won 2-0. No, I'm not pissed off with the players, my bro. I'm telling you, we got more strength and depth than people give us credit for. Do you get me? I'm not pissed off with the players. Obviously, we need to bring in 3 players to re-strengthen the squad. But Tottenham are doing bits right now. I have to respect it. Big up to my bro, you know. Big up Anthony Herbert in the building, showing love. Big up to you. Anthony Herbert, respect to you, bro. You know what? We banter each other. We cuss each other. We show each other love. But big up, because that's an Arsenal fan right there, respecting the thing right now. Thank you, bro. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Tottenham fans chatting on other channels, that Alan guy, he's just a dusty guy, man. Always coming up with opposite arguments. Just enjoy the show. And football, yeah, sometimes football can be a little bit black and white, but sometimes the beauty about the game is you get surprises. Who would have thought that Wolves would have beaten Man City? Come on. Nobody saw it coming. That's the beauty of it. Mate, Luton could turn around and beat Arsenal, for crying out loud. Who would have seen that coming? That's the beauty of this wonderful game that we love called football. Anything can happen. 9 out of 10 times nothing happens. I'm not going to lie to you. Nothing happens. Really the kind of basics. But when I said last season at the beginning, don't be shaking your bum for Man City and Liverpool as the top two teams. I said, I don't think it's just going to go neatly like that. I was right. Liverpool fell off. So for you to come here and tell me that the league is between Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal, that's a disrespect. No, I don't think so, mate. Put my team in there. City barely City barely got over the line against Brighton. It was tough. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you now. Every season, the Premier League talk about how the Premier League is improved. Rare. The truth of the matter is, in the Premier League right now, and I'm just checking it real quick, I legitimately think there's 10 good teams. 10 teams that can rattle your cage. Yeah? Right now, top 10 is a madness. Bro, even West Ham is a dodgy game. I'm not going to lie to you. West Ham under David Moyes is a dodgy game. They're 9th. You got Chelsea, that's 10th. You got United. You got Brighton, Newcastle, Aston Villa. Which one is an easy win there? None of them. You can't guarantee none of them games. So this season is tough. Do you get me? This season is tough, and Tottenham is top of the tree, making it look easy. Dare I say? Can you imagine? Like Tottenham's won 7 of 9 games. Even Arsenal can't compete. They're not up to us. You get me? You've only won 6, Arsenal. Only 6 games. So, boy, no disrespecting, but it's crazy out here. I'm loving it. Postecoglou had Tottenham cooking different. And the other thing why, I had a debate the other day with the man then. It was a Shameless. If you ain't seen the Shameless show, it was totally shameless. And one of the questions was, is Arteta a better manager than Postecoglou? And I would go as far, we talked about it last year, that the best managers are able to take what they have and get the best out of what they got. Yeah. Now, people keep talking about Tottenham don't have strength and depth, but strength and depth means that your team is able to get a result for you, even if they're not your first team players. True or false? Yeah. It's being able to continue what the first team has done or get it over the line. Today, Tottenham made 4 changes, bro. We took out the big guns, Madders, Son, Udogie, Sarr, and the guys that came on. Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie. We saw a dip in the quality in terms of our goal threat, but Fulham weren't going to score, and Fulham didn't score. So in terms of depth, that's all you need. We got enough. Yeah, I would like more quality. I wouldn't want Eric Dyer. I mean, people cussing Eric Dyer, Ben Davis. Their man can do a job, but yeah, I would want a bit better than like a Mark Gay, like a Tosin. Do you get me? Arsenal got Shiver Me Timbers or Gabriel. I would want a decent quality centre back as cover. Bentancur's coming back. We know that Basuma and Sarr are going to the African Nations Cup. Can Bentancur and Højbjerg do a job with Madders? Of course they can. Of course they can. Can Richarlison, Son, Kulusevski, could they start cooking? Why not? Brennan Johnson, yeah, why not? So it's not as dusty as people try to make out. So for me, the fact that he's able to manage the squad and the fact that them guys played 60 minutes and that's it, what a man. Under bloody Conte, Kane had to play every minute, every second. Even against bloody, what's their name? Was it Portsmouth? Kane had to bloody play. Come on. Stupidness. This man is man management. If anything, you can just learn at the man management of his players, both mentally and physically. Postecoglou is on another level. These other men there ain't got the balls. They ain't got the kahunas to do the sort of changes that my man is doing. Nah, get out of here. It's crazy. Adversity. I mean, once you lose a game or two, yeah, bro, we know that's coming. Tottenham ain't gonna do the Invincibles this season. It's highly unlikely. Boy, I might have to put a tenner that Tottenham could do it though, because I might make some money out of it. But it's not financial advice. But Yeah, I'm not expecting Tottenham to go unbeaten all season, bro. What I am saying though is I think we've seen enough to suggest that Tottenham could finish in the top four. And if anyone is telling me that they still don't think Tottenham can be top four, then you're dusty. That's all I'm saying. Deji, Spurs fans respect Arsenal being top of the what? Top of the what? Top of the for 93%. Yeah, look. You were top of the league for 93% of the league, and then you bottled it. That's what happened. And you know what it is? You can lose the league. For example, when Liverpool lost them to Man City on the last day, so I think it's the season, 2 seasons ago, Liverpool were 3 finals, and they lost the league to Man City by 1 point, and they managed to win 2 trophies. So what can you say to Liverpool? That was a great season. They won the Carabao Cup, they won the FA Cup. Unlucky not to win the Champions League. Unlucky to lose the Prem by 1 point. Come on, they pushed City to the line. And they were more impressive than City in the sense that they got to every bloody final they were in. Let's just respect what they did in that season. Where Arsenal was a bit dusty is the manner that you man fell off. It felt like I was watching a horse and cart, and the horse was pulling the cart, and it hit a stone, and one of the wheels fell off. That's what it looked like. Arsenal's last 7 games. You man hit the thing, and you couldn't replace the wheel. If you man had taken Man City to the last game of the season, what can anyone say? You legitimately challenged them. You challenged them to the very end, like Liverpool did. Liverpool's done that twice, but you didn't challenge Man City to the end. You fell off. So it was bull. So yes, we can respect you for 93%. You're right. Do you get me? You're right. But right now, my club is top 100% right now. And until they fall off, can't tell me nothing. Yeah, Postecoglou is originally Greek, but he's of Australia. He's of Australia. I don't know. I don't think he was born there. But if you ask him, he considers himself an Australian as also a Greek. Yeah, Maddison has made a big boy difference. AFC always he has. Maddison for me has been the biggest difference. In fact, because of Maddison, we don't even think about Kane. Right now, Kane must be wishing he were in Germany. And I was having a debate with some guys earlier, and we were talking about the fact that Kane is getting disrespected in Bayern Munich. That Leroy Sané is a madman. Instead of Leroy Sané passing Kane the ball, Kane is having to feed on scraps. So Kane right now is probably wishing, and Postecoglou warned him. He said, with the way that I'm going to have Tottenham cooking, you would get bare goals. But can we blame Kane? Because people have made those promises before, and it flopped. So man can't blame Kane. But Kane must be thinking to himself out there in bloody in Munich, blood fire. Could you imagine if I was playing with Mathers right now? It's crazy. Don't be surprised if Kane comes back, my peeps. Don't be surprised. Deji, we were horrible for 80 minutes. Oh, AFC, yeah. Sorry, you're talking about the Chelsea game on the weekend. Yeah, bro, I'm not going to lie. You struggled. And let's be real. If not for the mistake by Sanchez, Arsenal lose that game against Chelsea. You done well to get the draw. But let's be real, if not for that mistake, you do not get a point from that game. You lose that game 2-1. Guaranteed. You did nothing against Chelsea. You did nothing, but you caught life. That's all I can say. Arsenal caught life, but you did nothing. So before we shake our bum violently, that's what I'm saying. You man ain't... people keep saying Arsenal ain't come out of gear 1. Or is it Arsenal ain't come out of gear 1, or is this all you got? Is this all you got? Because you looking suspicious right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Chesnes, have to say, Vicario, another top display. Even Richarlison put on a solid performance. Here to there, big up to you again. Another realist in the chat. Big up to you here to there. Look, Vicario is class, man. I'm not gonna lie. I called him vicarious liability. I take it back. This brother is something else. And I had these Tottenham fans on Terrace earlier just chatting about how they don't trust Levy, blah, blah, blah. You don't need to trust Levy. You don't need to trust Levy. What you need to trust is your scouting system to be to be on point. We know Levy ain't gonna spend money, so you need to have your eyes working and go out and find a gem. Can you imagine that Vicario cost Tottenham 20 mil? Let that sink in. 20 million pound. This brother is worth 60, 70 mil already with what he's done in these first 9 games. It's crazy. That's what I'm talking about. We got Madders for 45 mil. Come on. We got Van de Ven for less than 40 mil. So when people talking about is Levy gonna back Postecoglou in January, well, he gonna back him if it's cheap. Yeah, he's not gonna spend 100 mil on a player, but if he can get someone for 30 mil, 40 mil, 20 mil, and they do a job, why not? That's what I'm saying. So across the pond, welcome to the chat, my bro. Welcome. He's saying same record we have now as when we went invincible, which nobody has ever done. So I ain't worried about Arsenal. It's Spurs that will fall apart. Across the pond. You keep hoping in it. Your little wish, that's a wing and a prayer. Wing and a prayer. Let's see what will happen. There is no debate. Arteta literally has us playing Stone Age football and still vulnerable with Zinchenko. I mean, he's a madman. While Onge is got swashbuckling patterns going on. Come on, bro. The fact that even Zinchenko starts for you is madness to me. It's just crazy. He can't even do that inverted role because he ain't got the pace. He can't get back. So you doing the inverted only works when you're on top. When a team is pressing you and he's got more ball possession, don't work. He got dealt with on the weekend. Is he mad? Come on. If you're still having to play Zinchenko, it's long for you guys. If Odegaard can't turn up for the big and important games, how can he remain as club captain? Bro, AFC always. I agree with you. But Arsenal fans would be shaking their bum violently for Odegaard. He's the best attacking mid in the league. Madders has already proved he's better than Odegaard this season. There's no debate now. He's turned up all 9 games he's turned up. The numbers that Madders is putting in is ridiculous. Arsenal, you were foolish to get Odegaard in instead of Madders. You had an opportunity to get Madders and you brought in Odegaard. It's stupid. Almost Pepe-like. Do you get me? Almost Pepe. Look how he's cooking. It's crazy. Come on, respect it. The Chelsea-Arsenal game were terrible conditions. I think that's why we played rubbish. Nah. We're not blaming conditions here, Arsenal, man. Everyone's on the same pitch. We're not going to use the rain. These are professional footballers. And it's not like they've seen, this is the first time they're seeing rain, my brother. They can play in rain. Yeah, it's a bit more tricky, but they can. And those pitches are nice, bro. Even with rain like that, you can still pop the ball. The ball's bouncing. It wasn't just sticking to the spot. So let's just be real. No worries, as you say. You were shaking your bum so much for Conte too. Now, let me tell you this. I was shaking my bum for Conte because he managed to take Tottenham into 4th ahead of you guys. Now, let's just be honest. You expect any manager to improve. That's just normal. Man United fans are pissed right now because it looks like you've taken a backward step. You finished 3rd, Man United finished 3rd, and it looks like they're not going to finish 3rd. They're not going to finish 3rd this season. So already, Eric Ten Hag looks like a bad manager because every team is expected to kick on. Brighton is kicking on. Villa is kicking on. Newcastle's kicking on. Do you get me? So I was expecting Conte to kick on. And we didn't. We went backwards. In fact, this brother did the whole U-turn. He did an Italian job. He took out the gold bars from the Tottenham Stadium and he ran off. Under Postecoglou was doing a rebuild. But it's logical to think that your team should be kicking on. So that's why I was shaking my bum for Conte. And then he done a U-turn. You, man, have gradually improved under Arteta. What's going to be interesting is when Arsenal don't finish in the top 2, how the Arsenal fan base respond. Because now that you've tasted 2nd, you, man, are going for top, but you, man, might not get top. So if you finish 4th, does Arteta stay in the job? Because however, whatever happens, it's going to seem like a failure compared to last season. So that's what I'm talking about. And whereas Postecoglou can do no wrong because we finished 8th last year. So anything above 8th is a bonus. AFC is saying, Deji, Arsenal had 28 points end of October last season. We were so far, we're on 21 points. You can see the difference from last season to this season. Yeah, bro, I can't lie to you. I can't lie. That's what I'm saying. You, man, were flying. You were flying. And I've seen the drop-off. I know that you, man. And you know what? The craziest thing about the Arsenal drop-off is that it's self-inflicted pain. I mean, the fact that Arteta didn't start Partey on the weekend, I'm baffled. And when Arsenal fans were telling me in the summer that this guy is a madman, he's a madman for real. Because he could just, if it's not broke, don't fix it. We still haven't seen Declan and Partey. We ain't really seen it. We don't know. In our head, we think it's going to be a great midfield, but we've not seen how it looks. Maybe it just looks nice on paper. Maybe they just can't cook together. I don't know. But Arteta definitely is a madman, in my opinion. So Arsenal flopping is because you started Jorginho, bro, at Chelsea. Crazy. And if he's got these kind of tendencies, then he can't be trusted. Yeah, big up to We Talk Football. Yo, Deji, love the way you reacted, Katie. Big up yourself. We Talk Football, respect to you, bro. You know what? Kate, she's one of them Tottenham fans. I was just a little bit surprised by what she was saying. She was talking some hella nonsense. Like, she didn't see Tottenham play Liverpool. She didn't see Tottenham play Arsenal. And no one's talking about Tottenham winning the league. But we have to enjoy the show right now. We're top of the league right now. Let's enjoy it. No one's going to say we're winning it, but and tell you, look, I was on One Touch this time last year. I was on Tony Claude. I was on Northside. These men were shaking their bum violently. So I'm going to shake my bum violent same way because we're doing what their team did last year now. And they managed to finish second. Let's be real. Arsenal, you saw there was something different about them. And every week we thought the wheels was going to fall off. The wheels didn't fall off. Do you get what I'm saying? The wheels didn't fall off, and Arsenal got a respectable second finish in the league. They finished second to City. And I'm seeing my club echoing or going in the same vein as what Arsenal were doing last season. And Postecoglou's even saying, look, you lot enjoy. Let me do the work. You lot enjoy the ride. And I got Tottenham fans trying to tell me not to enjoy the ride. Trying to tell me about Daniel Levy. But under Daniel Levy, we brought in Romero, we brought in Vicario, we brought in Van der Ven, we brought in Udogie, we brought in Basuma, we brought in Sarr, we brought in Kulusevski, we brought in Bentancur, we brought in Richarlison, we brought in Brennan Johnson. All the men that are cooking, as if they just got here like poof. Come on. I'm not saying Daniel Levy is some great chairman. But when you deep it, he's been working on a shoestring budget. Maybe he could have spent more. But I feel like he went back to form. The biggest problem was we were in no man's land. Last season, we've been trying to act big when we're not about that life. Yeah? We're not going to spend 100 mil on a player. Never. Yeah? And I said it. I remember saying it last season. I'd rather Tottenham do a Brighton. I'd rather we go and find an Enciso. I'd rather we go and find a Mitoma for 3 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil, 15 mil, 20 mil. And they end up cooking, then going after players that are 100 mil that might or might not cook. And that's what we did. We got Van der Ven for bloody less than 40 mil. What a player. We bought Vicario for 20 mil. Come on. Even your doggy was cheap. It's crazy. And look at them. So it can be done. And we're proving it. So I don't mind. If Daniel Levy don't want to spend big, you don't have to. There's ballers out there that you can get for cheap. You get me? And so that's what we're doing. Now, big up to Footy Chance. Big up to you, my bro. Big up, man, and the chat. Hope you're all good. Good result for you guys. Let's see how far you guys can do. Yeah, big up, man. The thing is, we're making the league interesting, isn't it? Because people are talking about a 3-horse race. Nah. Right now, when you really look at it, someone said this to me earlier. I think it's an 8-horse race. I think it's 8 horse. Right now, we got to say Villa's involved. Villa's involved. Villa's in it. Newcastle's in it. Brighton's in it. I said a comment earlier on Terrace Preview where I said, wouldn't it be shocking if Brighton finished fourth and people tried to shut me down like I was talking out of my ass? A few years ago, Brighton was almost non-league. Now we're looking at Brighton 7th in the Prem. Are you mad? And with the way that Brighton's playing football, don't sleep on them. Don't be surprised if Brighton get the 4th spot this year and go Champions League football. Under this De Zerbi is a madman. Yeah, they were unlucky against Man City on the weekend. They were very unlucky. This De Zerbi is a madman. So Brighton could get top 4. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? There's 8 teams in this race. 8 teams. So and my club is included, and my club is top of the tree. So yeah, man, it's big, man. Let's see how far we can go, baby. I'm on it. I'm on it with you. Let's see what happens. Get me here today. I won't go into on my captain. I'll tell you, it's done him dirty. Poor tactics, poor selection. Odegaard needs two mids working for him. Yeah, 2 midfields working for him, like Sarr, Yves, yeah, Partey, Xhaka, like last year. Yeah, man. We can see it, bro. But Arteta, let me tell you what Arteta is. Arteta is a creative. He sees things we don't see. Because this brother, he saw something in Kai Havertz. We know what Kai Havertz can do, but he obviously saw something different. And I'm going to leave it as that. He obviously saw something about the Chelsea setup that he thought, for this game, it needs Jorginho over Partey. I don't know what he saw. I'm not sure what he saw. I don't think anyone has been able to explain what Arteta is seeing, but he's definitely seeing something different. That's for sure. He's a madman. And Arsenal, you know what? I'm actually going to go as far as this. You should win the league, but you won't win the league because your manager is too creative. He's too creative. This experimentation, I still don't understand how Zinchenko starts ahead of Tierney. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know what he sees in Zinchenko. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a fan. I'm just a Spurs fan as well. Do you get me? So, boom. Here today, Conte's a top manager, but just a moody, demanding personality and never a good fit for Levy's spec. Now, Conte's a dusty guy, man, and he plays dusty football. He was a legend when he was a baller, and his system worked when it worked. But that system will never work again. Football's moved on. The Contes and the Mourinhos in this world now, they're done out here. Bring in the De Zerbis, bring in the young guns. Bring in them, man. That's what we need right now. Do you know what I mean? And then we got, yeah, big up to delusional Westbrook fan. Big up, Coys. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, man. That's what I like to see. Come on. We're out here. We're doing it. Top of the league. Respect it. Respect it. Our fan base is whack. So many always want Arteta out, Odegaard out, etc. They don't see the big picture, how much we're improving now. DK, they want to go mad to relax, as Aaron Rodgers said. Look, I said this myself. As much as I think Arteta is a madman, the truth of the matter is he's got you guys playing some good football and respect it. I can't understand why Ramsdale is not starting, personally. He should be starting, but he brought in David Raya, and these are the kind of mad moments. But when you've seen, it's not that bad, man. You lot ain't lost a game. You guys are up there. You guys are up there. You're in this. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, we're ahead of you. That's all it is. We're ahead of you. That is all it is. Do you know what I mean? But once he gets his act together, that's it. So, he hasn't got the IQ of a manager in football. Yeah, maybe he doesn't, or he's just creative, like I said. Partey ready for Sevilla, I would think now. Yeah, if not, I think he rests him. He's a madman. Do you know what I mean? And Sevilla's a dodgy game. Is that game at Oldmore away? Sevilla's a dodgy game, man. They in Europe, remember, Europe is their forte. That's where they do bits. So yeah, that's a dodgy game for you guys. Then here today, yeah, facts there. It's self-inflicted. We literally just passed the ball in a horseshoe of death. Yeah, man. Past to death. That bit of Arsenal just ain't coming out. You know, killer instinct not there. Killer instinct. But Chelsea had you on the ropes. Pochettino inside job, it worked. I warned of it, and it happened. I'm going to enjoy this as much as possible. We watched 5 months of horrible football with no results at the start of this same year. Laugh at, bro, come on. Enjoy it. Enjoy it and dream. Don't have to dream that we're going to win the league, but enjoy us being up there. This is why I got beef with the trophies. Because in our quest to winning some dusty Carabao Cup or FA Cup, we sold our soul to the devil. Yeah. And we ended up getting bloody Conte and Mourinho and Nuno, who gave us the dustiest football. I don't want to go there. I'd rather be top 4 and not win a trophy, not win those idiot trophies, sorry, than be 8th or 9th and winning the Carabao Cup. What's that, man? Come on. You gotta have more ambition than that. I want to go for the big guns, the big trophies, not some dusty trophies. Come on. Newcastle are what? Yeah, Newcastle scare me. You guys have got Newcastle. It's not even just their pace. Them Newcastle brothers are all over 6 foot and they're wrestlers. You know, back in the day, we used to have the Romans had Colosseums and they had gladiator fights. I'm not gonna lie, if you were to take any Premier League team into the Colosseum, well, I know who I'm taking. I'm taking Newcastle. Them man are ready to go to war with anybody. So for me, Newcastle, I'm not looking forward to that game. I think they will move to Tottenham because physically, we're not ready for that smoke. They will batter us. I wasn't surprised when they popped us last year. We're not ready for the pressing. We're not ready for the elbows. We're not ready for the knee and the chin. I knew Newcastle were going to turn over PSG. Them little nice guys. You know, Kylian Mbappe come eating prawns to Newcastle. You know, he went there eating prawns and he was eating some French bread. Yeah, they got slapped up. Them man were happy to leave. That's what I'm talking about. Them man happy to leave. So yeah, Newcastle. I'm not looking forward to it. The other team that I think is dodgy is Aston Villa. I saw them work West Ham. It was light work for them. Light work. Newcastle and Villa are the two teams. And remember, does anybody remember that last season I said that Newcastle and Aston Villa will finish above Arsenal? Does anybody remember that? I got the prediction wrong because they ended up finishing above Spurs. But more importantly is I saw something in them two teams. I saw something. Those two teams are the dangerous. Let's not sleep on them. Deji, what a job Emre has done so far with Villa. He's shown an ability to adapt and evolve as a manager, and the results is that the team is no longer playing defensively and there's a lot more route. Bruv, I would say, you know, like, because they got banged by Newcastle, people were trying to write off Villa. And that was that. No, which way around was it? Was it Newcastle that banged Villa or Villa Newcastle? One of them. It was a dirty scoreline, like 5-0 or something. And I was like, don't sleep on Villa, you know. I'm not worried about Villa. And so I agree with that comment by AFC Always. He's got them cooking. Footy chats, Villa do look great so far. Unite. And can you imagine this brother was an Arsenal manager, weren't given an opportunity. Right now, I'm going to say something that's controversial that nobody has said. And I'm looking at Anthony Herbert here for me to drop this clanger. I think I would be more afraid of an Emre Arsenal than an Arteta Arsenal. There's just something about the way that he's got Villa playing. Arsenal look like they've gone back to the Arsene Wenger ways. You're not ruthless. You're just ticky-tacky around the box. Really nice, really pretty. But this Aston Villa team and Newcastle, these men are gangsters, mate. These men are gangs of London. These men are ruthless, mate. These men are crazy. I'm not looking forward to playing Villa or Newcastle. And I think had Arsenal given Unai a bit more time, I think maybe you win last season, the league. I think you win. Because this guy is crazy. Or you win the European competition. I see Villa definitely win the European competitions for sure. Anthony Herbert, I'm an Arsenal fan. I don't rate Zinchenko. He's been poor. I just don't know how he gets in your squad. But hey, as long as he gets into your squad, I'm laughing. But I don't know how he gets into your squad. It's madness. It's madness. And when I see Zinchenko starting and then Arsenal fans shaking their bum that they're going to win the league, then I laugh. I laugh because you can see where the mistakes are. It's crazy. It's so mad. I can't believe it. Here today, thank you, Deji. Let's speak the truth on Arteta. He's been backed more than any other manager than Pep. Arteta is madman, and Tony must pay for his grabs of this week's minority. Bruv, I'm going to finish Tony. Tony's going there hiding. And you know what? What makes me laugh about Tony Claudia, bro, is that he's speaking softly. I don't know why he's speaking softly for, because last week he had a lot of chest. All of a sudden now he's very soft. I'm seeing his little post. Yeah, we're going to talk about the result on the weekend against Chelsea. Doing all this softly, like he's LL Cool J or something. Shut your mouth and speak with energy, Tony. Come out here about speaking softly like you're LL Cool J. Rubbish. Come and speak and answer for your crimes. Across the pond, can you see, though, that I'm trying to give a balance for you? I'm a Spurs fan, don't really care about the team, but I can see where you man are going wrong. He says, Deji's smarter on gunners than most gunners. Yeah, we have the same record as we did in 2003, 2004, and people losing their minds. Wow, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. But unlike 2003, 2004, the Prem is a different kettle of fish. But more importantly, more than that, Arsenal need to just do not fix it. Just play. Do you know what? I actually wonder how these managers live life. Are they not watch? They must go on YouTube and bump into some of these streams. They must do. Like, for me, it's not hard. Arteta too creative. Zinchenko, he brought on Kai Havertz in the Chelsea game. I was like, for what? I almost felt like he felt, let me bring back the old Chelsea boys because they'll be motivated to do something. I honestly think that was what Arteta's thinking. Like, because they used to play for Chelsea and they got a point to prove they're going to do something. No, they're not, man. Shut up, man. Party didn't come on. As for Jesus, though, and Odegaard, yeah. I mean, Arsenal fans, you lot know you need to buy a striker. Jesus is not the guy. Jesus can be on the wing for you. He can be your replacement to Saka on the right. And yeah, you need a striker. I think you need to put Ramsdale back in as number one. Why he's not number one, I don't know. I thought, yeah, interesting competition having David Raya, but Ramsdale didn't put a foot wrong. And he got put to the side. Another crazy decision. Partey playing right back. Why? Why would you? That's like Tottenham playing Ben to core right back. It's just stupid. But hey, what do I know? The league is always evolving and it keeps evolving. So hey, it's like that. Deji, the way Arsenal, the way Arsenal are performing and getting results is similar to Conte at Tottenham. We all know what happened and got sacked. Yeah, but I don't think Arsenal win the league because Arteta is a madman. And I don't think Arteta loses his job if you finish in the top four. He doesn't. As long as you get Champions League, Arteta's fine. He can still say that he's on this kind of this phase because I think we're in phase 4. What I would like to know, if somebody could tell me, is how many phases is it going to take to get to where he needs to get to? Was it phase 7? Is it phase 8? Is it phase 12? Because we can keep doing the phases, but we need to see results. Do you get me? So, yeah, I hit that thumbs, blacken that thumb for Deji Spud. Thank you across the pond. Much love for showing love. Please like and subscribe. Sorry, I'm just a bit gassed right now because Tottenham's top of the league. For me, you don't even know. I was nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I was fully nervous about today's game because Tottenham, over the years, in this moment when it counts, the opportunity, every time Tottenham had the opportunity to win and go top, had the opportunity to win and do something, we always flopped. But my guys, my club, they done the thing, man. I'm just so pleased. I just hope now, for me now, I'm already moving to the Crystal Palace game. That's what big teams do. That's what the big dogs do. Yeah, we move ahead. Forget about tonight. We've done the job. Now we're moving ahead to the Crystal Palace game this week. If Arteta didn't win the FA Cup, you would have had a proper manager right now. I agree, man. He caught life. He caught life here today. He did, and you lot have kept him. But how long is this going to come? It's going to go on for is the question. Just wrapping up, we better see something tomorrow from Arteta and the team. Saturday the team didn't turn up, and then they got punished for it. Sevilla ain't going to be an easy game, so we've got to turn up. You've got to turn up, but I don't think there's any pressure on Arsenal. I almost feel like you can just do whatever in the Champions League this year. I don't think no one's expecting you to win the Champions League. No one's expecting much. So I almost feel like you can enjoy the ride. Enjoy the plane ride to Spain. Get some vitamin D. Do you know what I mean? If it's still sunny out there, and enjoy. But I think the pressure for Arsenal this season is more in the Prem, not so much in the Champions League. You can do whatever. So I think Arsenal go in fairly relaxed. If you lose though, it just takes away from the Lens game saying that it was a bad day at the office. It was a bit of a blip. And it just starts to show that despite the fact that you got to the Champions League, you got there to do what? Because if you lose to Sevilla, you've actually performed worse than Tottenham did last season. And that, when I think European teams are dusty, that is poor. That would be poor from Arsenal. So you need to win just to save face. So across the pond reckons he was more right than me. You said 7th and they were 8th. Newcastle 4th and was right. And Arsenal top 2 and was right. And people thought I was being too biased about Spurs. They did worse. No, fair play, mate. If that is the case across the pond, I respect that. You should have put some money on that and got some peas for us. Be good to hear what your predictions are for this season, though. And yeah, I would want to know what you're saying for your top 4 this season. What's this now? Here today, all facts that Una brought us through. Saka, Saliba, Martinelli. Una wasn't back to all. Una would win big with our squad. Now, I think he would, man. I really do. And that Villa team looked ruthless. Well, Jay Greens, man, is a big Game of Thrones fan. He's telling me winter is coming. Winter's coming for you, my bro. Winter is coming for you also. Don't get it twisted. And you know what? When people are talking disparagingly about my club, the thing is, all of those things you're saying about Tottenham could also happen to other teams. Newcastle could lose a couple of men quite easily. Aston Villa could lose Douglas Luiz, who's turned into some bloody Rodri guy. It could happen to anyone. So it's open season, in my opinion. Anthony Herbert says he didn't want Emre to leave. He was thrown under the bus. We would have won the league last season. And I agree. I think you really do, man. I think Arsenal win that all day long. All day long. They would have finished that. Where Arteta was shaking his bum, I don't know why he was shaking his bum and laughing. Imagine, I remember Arteta's face against Southampton, and I knew they were going to lose that game, and you ended up drawing. You should have lost. I knew. I said, this guy ain't serious. He's immature. I think what we're seeing with Arteta is immaturity. Because for me, what you're seeing with Postecoglou is maturity. He could have easily started with some dead team, but he said, let me start my strongest lineup. Let these guys get it over the line, and then I'll bring on the fringe players. They got decent minutes. Imagine Skippy getting good minutes tonight. Skippy got at least 30 minutes or 20 minutes. That's good. In the Premier League, 20 minutes is a good amount of time. As well as, what's his name? Emerson Royale had 30 minutes too long. We even played him out of position. He was bloody left back for the game. Do you know what I'm saying? People will get minutes out there. So that for me is maturity as opposed to the kind of naivety that we're seeing from Arteta. Jay Green's asking the question, so Dej, you man gonna win the league now? I think we're gonna be up there, my bro. If Tottenham can hold it down till January, just know we're up there. Everybody keeps talking to me about the fact that if we get injuries, and I agree with them. If we get injuries, it's long for us. But what happens if we don't? I think Tottenham just need to get to Jan. And then in Jan, we can't do what Arsenal did. We got to do the right thing and bring in the right players. And that's the point I think that Michael's trying to say here. Michael's saying, what happens to Spurs when Basuma, Sarr, Sonny go to their Continental Cup tournaments. Bro, we got Bentancur and Højbjerg to come in, bro. And I think people were saying it, other Spurs fans were talking to me. I think we bring in Calvin Phillips. He's not getting a sniff at Man City anyway. Bring in Calvin Phillips. He can do a job in that midfield until these men come back. Why not? Why not? But Bentancur is coming back. And I would say Bentancur is as influential on the Spurs squad as Partey is for Arsenal. I think he's a big game player. I think he's a big player. And once he comes, he takes Tottenham to a whole nother level. So with that in mind, yeah, man, I think we have to put some respect. Tony, I'm going to chop him up this week. Højbjerg, Bernard, Maddison, when F can arise, maybe Højbjerg is sold in this. I don't think we should sell him, you know. I think we need to put some respect on Højbjerg. He's been a loyal servant. He's been doing bits. He's a good midfielder. He did an all right job. We're not asking him to be Partey or Basuma. We're asking just a clean job. Like today, he done a clean job. Let Basuma come in. I almost feel that Højbjerg will start against Palace, you know. I don't think Basuma comes back for the Palace game. We can't take that risk because we got Chelsea after that. So I rather we continue with the team that we started today and then Basuma come in for the Chelsea game, bad them up because we can't afford. I wouldn't want Basuma to potentially miss the Chelsea game. That, for me, would be sticky. I'm not going to lie to you. Last couple of chats. Son and Ange van der Ven doing the business so far. Yes, they are. Another London derby coming up for you, man. You go to Palace. Yeah, but I think we can do a job. I just think Roy Hodgson is going to play the low block. I feel like teams like Palace do well against Arsenal because they got ballers in it. They got talented individuals. But when they come up against an organised team like Tottenham, I think it'll be long for them. It was long for Fulham. They were doing doggies today, man. It was like they were in pre-season. And we've had teams doing doggies this season, and Crystal Palace will be the same. As for Son away for career, Richarlison, Johnson, either could play the 9, both start, Kulusevski on the right. Yeah, look, I'm not worried. I think we got... People think we ain't got a squad. We do. It's just that at the moment, the names might not be sexy, but we got something. We got something there, so I think it ain't as bad as people trying to make out. It's an incredible, less clinical, but I think the front three. Yeah, I think the front three, delusional Westbrook fan. I kind of agree with you. So look, people, Tottenham won, you know. Tottenham won. It was weird seeing Emerson look like he had minimal effort to give. That was a horror cameo. He's usually going full throttle. Yeah, the only thing with Emerson Royal, I think because the game was done, he played like the game was done. And he was trying stuff that he didn't need to try. That he should just keep it simple, and he weren't. He was overplaying, and for me, that I don't want to see that again personally. Rough game of fixtures. Aston Villa. Is Arsenal's next run of games Aston Villa, Man City, West Ham, Newcastle, or is that Spurs? I think that might be Tottenham. Yeah, it is rough. I think we've even got that in April as well, a similar kind of back end. But that's the league. Look. Liverpool and Arsenal at this stage, we got through it. I think we can. I said that as well, Deji, about Calvin. His quality, he'd be a good replacement for them. And yeah, Bentancur back, Deji. I agree. Bentancur quality, he is, man. He really is. He's as big as Tottenham, that party is for Arsenal. I think Phillips could do a job and we could get him. Man City clearly don't need him. So look, everyone, thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure. Please like and subscribe or like. Tottenham top of the league. We've done it, baby. We're top, and we go again Friday. With the way Tottenham are going, we could be 5 points. I keep saying could because even me, I'm still suffering from some traumatic episodes from my club. But if Tottenham can beat Crystal Palace away on Friday, then I think even the most bitter rivals might have to just wake up and say, you know what, maybe, just maybe this Tottenham team is different this season and could be a black horse. A lot of people talking about Liverpool being the black horse. But could the black horse really be Spurs? And on that note, I'll see you later this week for my preview show with Crystal Palace. Thanks for joining. Good night and see you later this week, peeps. Love and respect.